Naging sobrang challenging naman talaga ng pandemic. Na-pause ang buhay ng lahat dahil biglang bawal lumabas, madaming restrictions, and generally, mas mahirap gumalaw. But for some, they've decided to make it the time to start things anew. Para sa iba, ibig sabihin nito ay new hobbies. Yung iba kinaya pang lumipat ng trabaho while others nag-start ng business. Pero ang mga kausap natin ngayon didn't only start something new, they entered a new phase in their lives. Kotse ba? Feel kotse na! Hi guys, welcome to Phil Kotse Stories. I'm your host Stanley Chi, and ngayon meron tayong i-interviewin na nagsimula sila ng pamilya during the pandemic. I'll introduce Garrett Maralit. He's a financial advisor. Pareho silang 28 years old, and syempre ang kanyang wife, si Miss Ann Maralit, na may-ari ng isang social media marketing agency. Mga sir at ma'am, kumusta po kayo?
Hello, sir.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Para lang sa mga viewers natin, pwede bang ikwento nyo sa amin kung anong ginagawa nyo sa buhay? Bukod sa sinabi ko kanina na si Garrett ay isang financial advisor, ano pa po ang ginagawa ninyo, sir?
Alright, sige. Sir, thank you for the introduction. No? So again, my name is Garrett, financial advisor nga ako, and currently, isa rin po akong unit manager. So I handle a few financial advisors under me. So we are from the insurance industry, and together with Anne, we actually co-founded yung The Bright Millennial. So yung Bright Millennial, it's a Facebook page that we use to educate young Filipinos, millennials, no, on their personal finance. So mainly yun yung ginagawa namin.
Yes, and I'm Ann naman, Garrett's wife, and I co-founded The Bright Millennial with Garrett. I also have a small social media marketing agency. So nice to meet everyone.
Kumusta yung 2020 ninyo? How did it impact your work and personal life?
Ayan. So, parang lahat naman nata tayo na-challenge. Na-challenge tayo lahat. Medyo, nagulat tayo dun sa nangyari. Parang it has never happened naman before na bigla na lang tayo magla-lockdown, diba? So, I think lahat naman tayo na-challenge. Kami rin naman included, even our businesses. Kasi ako yung usual activities ko as a financial advisor or a unit manager, usually the transactions are face-to-face. No, so nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, nagkaroon ng lockdown, so definitely hindi na pwede 'yun. So kailangan nating mag-adjust sa tinatawag nating palagi na new normal nga, di ba? Gas na yung term. Pero sa awa naman ng Diyos, we were able to adapt, we were able to adjust dun sa pandemic, and nakasurvive naman. Nakasurvive na unti-unti, nag-grow naman yung mga businesses namin respectively.
Siguro add ko lang din, kasi 2019 we got engaged. So 2020 is a lot of changes for the wedding. Supposedly yung year namin for planning din talaga siya ng wedding on top of handling our business, ganyan.
Okay, what were the initial challenges once the quarantine was put in place? Paano kayo nakapag-transition into this new way of life?
Ang naalala ko kasi, parang nung nag-pandemic, parang we gave ourselves muna parang a month to just to rest, ganyan, to think about what we should do, ganon. Tapos after a month, parang inaccept na namin kaagad yung fact na this is gonna be longer. Hindi na kami naging in denial parang we have to do something. The first thing we did is parang i-maximize namin yung skills namin. So ang naging kasi noon is converting your business to online.
Oo.
So ang ginawa namin, gumawa kami ng mga webinars. Since kami, medyo yun yung naging forte namin, social media. So gumawa kami ng webinars na could help businesses. So yun yung naging una naming step, diba Garrett?
Ang ginagawa kasi namin, kahit naman si Ann din, yung mga pag-meet niya sa mga clients na face-to-face din Diba? So yun yung struggle. So parang dati hindi naman uso yung ganitong mga ginagawa natin, diba? Yung mga Zoom meetings, Google Meet. Parang we have to adjust to that. Diba? Parang kailangan nating tanggapin na parang matagal-tagal pa to Naghanap kami ng mga paraan para magpagpatuloy pa rin yung mga ginagawa namin. Especially, syempre kailangan nating kumita ng pera. Diba? Lalo na we are trying to raise a family. So yan, paano mag-meet ng mga clients, digital, diba? How to do the business online lahat. So yan yung mga primary namin Tapos syempre sa restrictions din sa transportation, mahirap din talaga.
Papaalala ko lang sa mga viewers natin I'm here with our couple who bravely faced the challenging pandemic, Ann and Garrett. Okay, gaano na kayo katagal and paano nauwi sa kasalan kahit may pandemic?
6 years na, no? 6 years. 2015. Na 2015. Pero ang pinaka-background dyan, if I may share, magkakilala kami ng elementary, tapos high school magkaiba kami ng school, even up to college. Tapos nag-meet na lang kami ulit after college na. No? Tapos, yun, niligaw niya ako.
Uy, baka.
Nag-college kasi siya from UPLB, tapos ako nag-college ako UP Diliman. Pero nung time na yun, na nililigawan ko siya, I was staying in Rizal kasi doon ako nag-work, tapos siya nga nasa Laguna. So tumatawid ako lagi. Tumatawid ako from Rizal, daan ng Manila, tapos Laguna. Para, syempre, puntahan. Lalo pag may kasalanan ako, kailangan kong pumunta doon para mag-sorry.
Siguro we decided to get married. Parang we were starting to build talaga our finances already together, ganan. And yung mga investments namin, we were already starting it together. So, parang doon na rin talaga yung punta namin eh.
Parang yung values namin with things, no, aside sa romance, aside sa love, parang naman aligned naman yung mga gusto namin mangyari sa buhay. Yes, may mga conflicts pa rin naman, pero parang minor lang. Hanggang sa eventually, we decided to settle down na nga. Actually, ang main plan namin was to get married ng this year dapat, February 2021. Tapos we decided to move ahead. No, parang na-push siya earlier.
Hindi na-cancel yung wedding namin. Parang inagahan pa namin kasi parang ang daming uncertainties na nangyayari. Dahil nga with the pandemic, parang bigla na lang namin naisip na at least one thing's for sure, di ba? We wanted to get married, di ba? We don't know what's gonna happen next year, di ba? So, we wanted to do it earlier. Pero yun, ang daming challenges kasi ang daming nag-cancel na suppliers. Reservation pa lang naman yung nabayad. Pero walang nabalik na sa amin.
Kumusta naman ang mapabilang sa pandemic weddings? Mas mahirap ba?
Mas mura.
Mas mura.
Mas practical. Siyempre gusto ko rin may fulfill yung gustong wedding ni wife. Pero yun nga, even if you wanted to, hindi naman pwede. No? Kung gusto mo ng grand wedding pa rin, probably you have to wait it out na matapos yung pandemic. Ngayon, lalo na nung kinasal kami, kasagsagan siya nung pandemic. Nung mga panahon na yun, sobrang restricted. Di ba? Parang 10 people lang ata yung sa amin. 10 people lang yung pwede at the venue. So, di ba, ako, si Ann, tapos yung pastor. 3 na kaagad yun. Tapos yung mga relatives, parents namin, ganyan. So, wala talaga masyado.
Actually, ako walang family na nakapunta. Kasi nga, sobrang talaga, restricted talaga. So, we had to do it online. Parang gumawa na lang kami ng FB Live.
Ni-stream namin yung yung wedding namin through our Facebook page.
Okay.
So, marami naman nag-celebrate with us through that. So, hindi ako alam kasi siya yung nag-plans. Baka siya yung nahirapan. Pero, mas practical siya in terms of the budget. No, mas practical.
Were you planning to have a baby kagad?
Hindi naman. Not right away. Parang we're okay lang if dumating man siya or hindi agad. Pero yun nga, dumating siya agad. Parang a month lang after our wedding.
Yeah.
So, hindi namin siya ina-expect actually kasi akala namin mahihirapan kami. Pero ayun, she's here.
Hi naman.
Ayan, say hi.
Yeah. Okay. Ang cute to. What was your and your husband's reaction when you finally found out about the pregnancy? Ano mga pumasok sa isip nyo nun?
Siyempre happy, no? Kasi blessing yun from God eh. So happy. Tapos at the same time, siguro parang medyo challenging din kasi ang dami nga nangyayari sa paligid natin, di ba? Tapos biglang may dalagdag pa na bagong baby. So yung challenges, but at the same time, parang parang it's part of the process naman din talaga. So okay naman din. Basta happy naman.
Siguro a bit scared din, no? Kasi nga dahil nung time na yun, we don't really go out. Tapos all of a sudden, we have to go to hospitals. Parang kailangan namin magpa-check up, ganyan. Sorry.
Was it harder to have checkups during this pandemic or may clinic agad kayo na nakita away from the hospitals with COVID cases?
Nung simula, since first baby namin si Gia, wala pa kaming parang designated na OB. Nabili pa si Ann ng mga OB. Meron din siyang hospital kasi na parang doon siya accredited or something. Parang nakatatlong OB yata kami na pinuntahan. So, doon na kami. Medyo, naman siya, I think safe naman. Pero yun nga, natakot pa rin kami. Parang noong mga panahon na yun lang yung time na lumalabas kami pag-check up lang yan.
How was the pregnancy during a global pandemic? Lalo na yung work nyo na demanding din and you're running a venture in the bright millennial.
Sobrang hirap nung time na yun kasi I had to be confined numerous times. Pero may mga times na kailangan talagang parang the doctor suggested na if kaya namin gawin na lang sa bahay, gagawin namin sa bahay. Pero dapat talaga confinement na siya. Kasi nga dahil natatakot din sila if i-confine ako, baka may makuha pa akong sakit, ganyan. So yun yung mga mahirap. Siguro yung pinaka-challenging for me is hindi ko kasama yung husband ko. When we go to hospitals, hindi ko siya pwedeng kasama sa loob. So nasa car lang siya usually naghihintay. Eh syempre, first baby, diba? You want the father to hear the first heartbeat, makita niyo together yung first ultrasound, yung mga gano'n. Yun yung mga challenges.
Nag-agree din si Gia. Please tell us more about the Bright Millennial. How did you run or operate this venture during the pandemic? What were your challenges and how did you cope from them?
Okay. So again, the Bright Millennial is our online community. We usually talk about personal finance in that space. Personal finance, personal development, personal growth. And ang target market namin would be the young adults or the millennials nga. No? So how do we operate that? Since ako yung finance guy, I usually do the content, at least yung laman mismo, and then si Ann yung gumagawa ng mga infographics out of the content that I usually write or compile. Yan. Tapos we also have a group, a community, tapos minamoderate namin siya, kami ni Ann together with our team. Tapos we have webinars, we have partnerships din with other brands, usually in the finance space din, real estate, investments, ganyan.
Tingin ko siguro yung sa business wise, meron lang mga konting changes. Medyo hindi kami nahirapan masyado since we were already online even before the pandemic. So, ayun.
Okay. We were told that you own a Ford Territory. Is this your first car or was this an upgrade? How did it help you throughout the pandemic and your pregnancy? Lalo na before and after giving birth.
Yes, we do have a Ford Territory. This is our second car. So, medyo upgrade siya kasi yung previous car namin, hatchback na maliit.
So, we decided to get an upgrade when we found out that I am pregnant. So, talagang alam na namin na hindi pwede yung small car lang, no? Kasi lala may baby. Kasi kami, top priority namin yung safety talaga and health, lalo nung baby namin. Even before na panganak si Gia, we made sure na makakuha kami ng new car, makakuha namin yung ibang needs pa niya, mga insurances, gano'n. So, yun yung mga naging top priority.
Why the Ford Territory? Ano yung nagustuhan mo rito? Tsaka, what features do you love using sa Ford Territory?
Initially, we wanted to have parang a 6-seater SUV, diba? Yun yung original plan namin. Parang bibili daw yung kuya
Siya
niya.
yung fan ng Ford Territory. Tapos, sinuggest lang ngayon.
So, tinignan namin, ang ganda pala ng itsura, tapos even the tech that it has, parang kakaiba din siya. Lalo na it's first time namin mag-drive ng medyo mas malaking kotse. So, yung mga features niya, yung mga safety features niya, talagang helpful siya for us to navigate gamit niya yung ganung kalaking kotse.
Ayun, siguro add ko lang, favorite ko kasi yung moonroof. Kasi since pandemic, hindi kami makalabas. So usually nagstay lang kami sa car. So parang yun lang yung breather namin, parang added light, 'di ba? Parang more windows. Lalo ngayon na Gia is here, hindi namin siya pwedeng ilabas sa car. So at least kahit paano nakikita niya pa rin yung sky.
Paparaw siya din.
Oo, doon siya nagpapaaraw. Totoo yun actually.
Vitamin D. No? Tell us your most memorable moment or experience with your Ford Territory.
Ayun. Actually, I have two, no? Siguro, yung first is yung biyahin namin papunta sa hospital. I think we were both very emotional. Yung ride sa hospital while we were holding hands and we were just crying kasi we know na ito na yung moment na makikita na namin yung baby namin. Ang pinaka talagang memorable is yung way namin pa uwi kasi mula nung pinanganak siya hanggang 7 days after, hindi namin siya nakita or nahawakan kasi nga for the protocol. So, the first time I actually held her was already inside the car. Kasi yung uwi na namin siya. So that was very memorable for me. It was my first time to carry a newborn, tapos anak ko pa. So it was really scary, pero very emotional for us.
Okay, ano naman ang advice na mabibigay niyo sa mga young married couples na nagpa-plan na magkaroon ng baby soon?
I think kasahan ang kailangan nila dyan is yung proper preparation, di ba? We need to be practical, di ba? Maganda, masarap may baby, nakakatuwa naman talaga, even if meron mga sleepless nights and all that. Pero yun nga, we have to be practical. So unang-una siguro, coming from a finance guy din, you have to check your finances. If kaya na ba yung monthly expenses ng baby. Kasi mahal magpaanak ng baby, di ba? May mga hospital bills, check-up pa yan. Pero more than that, may mga monthly expenses pa yan. So parang you have to check if kaya na ba yun ng budget nyo. And syempre, kailangan may agreement from both sides. Di ba? Hindi naman pwede yung isa lang yung may gusto. Kailangan parehas kayo nag-agree.
Okay. How about sa young professionals who are thinking of venturing into their own business?
first aralin muna talaga. Kasi medyo ngayon, maraming nag-venture into businesses, di ba? Parang nagmamadali, ganyan. Without learning the scope first, parang ang hirap nun eh. So, I think aralin, but at the same time, don't be afraid to go into it.
We have to learn how to pivot. Especially now, kailangan matuto tayo kung paano tayo makikipagsabayan sa mga nangyayari sa mundo, sa mga changes na nangyayari sa mundo. Kung ano man yung nag-work before, baka hindi na siya mag-work now eh. And kailangan hindi tayo natatakot to take some calculated risk at least. Kasi bata pa naman eh, di ba? Bata pa naman. So, at least we try to do something na bigger than us.
Okay.
Nagalit na siya.
What qualities do you think a millennial should have during these very challenging times?
What qualities siguro, number one is we need to be resilient na kahit anong iba to sa atin, kaya natin mag-bounce back. Kasi ganoon naman talaga eh, no? Lalo na last year, ang dami naman talagang medyo natumba. So yung ability mo to bounce back, very, very important yan. And yun na, number two siguro, we need to be innovative. Kasi ngayon, parang with the availability ng technology, marami talaga tayong pwedeng gawin eh. If you want to run a business, if you want to do side hustles, marami ng paraan. Depende na lang sa'yo kung gaano mo gustong gumawa ng paraan.
After this pandemic ends, saan nyo balak pumunta for a long drive as a family?
Sa Baguio. Yan, sa Baguio daw. Gusto namin pumunta sa Baguio kasi si baby gusto niya ng malamig eh. Pagka wala si Echo, pinapawisan ka agad.
Para fresh air din for Gia.
Okay. So, maraming salamat, Garrett and Ann Maralit. Thank you very much, ha?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And there you go, Ann, Garrett, and how they faced the pandemic together with a new member. Sana may natutunan kayo from them kasi ako, I learned na kailangan mo talagang kunin ang opportunity kung gusto mo talaga ang isang bagay. Sabi nga nila, di mo alam kung ano mangyayari kinabukasan. Seize the day. I'm your host, Stanley Chi, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you in the next video. Bye-bye! Thanks for watching. For the latest news, reviews, and anything you want to know about cars and car ownership, visit philcoche.com. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify para hindi ka huli sa usapan. Tandaan, kotse ba? Philcoche na!